What are you, my friend? Oh, I remember you. And not the play I wanted to make, but the play I will make, because Vladimir can get absolutely, over the top if we don't take it seriously right now. Oh, the cut down. Honestly, this is extremely good top deck. One of the best, because now we can double remove, and I wanted to remove both of those creatures with Aclazotz. Alright, so that's a lot of damage. That means they have another recruiter. However, we can buffer a lot of this damage thanks to our play. This is only what? 4 damage? That's not much, and I think we sweep the board and win the game right now. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today Mono Black that absolutely took over Standard. This is the meta version of the highest performing Mono Black right now, and I'll spoil the beans just a little bit. We went 5 wins, 1 loss with this one, so it seems to be ranking through Mythic like crazy, and we played some like top 800 Mythics today, so you will see those games, and I think you will like them. So the main combo is that you win on turn 4 dealing infinite damage. Yep, that's where we are, with Slasher combo that deals half of your opponent's life after, they deal combat damage to the face. It gets doubled with Bloodletter, and the cool part is, you play this on turn 3, and then you instantly follow with Bloodletter, and then this gets amplified, and I mean, you can already win the game. That's crazy. This also has Death Touch, so it always trades. Death Touch is proving to be so good, even against things like Mono Red, because you have 3 mana that always trades against their creature, and when it dies, it comes back, because why not? So the card is insane. Even if you don't go for the combo, the deck is just a very good, solid mid-range mono black that will win on its own, especially that you have Sheoldred, Aclazotz, you have some card advantage with Avarice and Geeks Command. So this is very solid deck all around that also can win on turn 4 instantly. So that's where the power comes. I think you will like the games. They were really close and intense. So guys, let's go into games and have fun. Man, we are going against top 800, so it seems that we are doing something right. Let's go. Being on the play is extremely good for us, especially with a bat and double Avarice. We just need to hit the third land, otherwise we are not doing like anything. Alright, is that Dimir? Okay, man, it's decent. However, their deck is super quick, so I hope we will have more time. They actually will fight for the board. Vladimir probably on the next turn. Rona's Vortex. It's annoying. Not gonna lie. So, if they play Vladimir, we can draw 3 cards and try to fight for the value, maybe? It will be hard against this kind of deck. I will try. I'm honestly not sure if I'm taking the right route. I can see different strategies working very nicely here, because we let them play on curve. However, Preacher is nice as well, man. Like, Preacher kinda gets rid of most of their stuff. They don't have removal. Okay, I will risk it. I will actually risk it. Because if they don't top deck a removal, we are guaranteed value. If they draw a removal, I think we will lose, because they will get rid of the Preacher, which was our power play, basically. I need to leverage this into a lot of value. They probably want to hit our face for 1, so Preacher gets less value. So we don't draw a card and make a token at the same time. Yep, they will. Alright. Preacher on the other side. They will definitely want this. However, this will take their next full turn. Alright. Extremely good draw, by the way. What are you, my friend? Oh, I remember you. Tap target creature. Put a stun counter. I like this creature a lot. Alright, so no attacks with Preacher. That kinda explains it. It's fine. It's fine. So we can kill Vladimir right now. Later, it will be an insane problem. And not the play I wanted to make, but the play I will make, because Vladimir can get absolutely, over the top if we don't take it seriously right now. So I could. Oh, no. Because if I attack, then I can play the Edict. But then they will know that if they sacrifice this guy, then they get a free trade. So I cannot attack anymore. This is interesting. I would love to shuffle the library. I think we go with Tinybones, because it's super annoying for them. Honestly, I think we are kind of losing control over this game. The Drowner was something I did not anticipate, and this really hurt. Alright, on the next turn they can use Droner to get rid of the Preacher permanently. Right? Yep. interesting. Very interesting. I could block it and then Edict and clear the board because they don't want to give us the Tinybones. This is such a weird play, but normally I would never make it, and I think our opponent never expected that we'll do it. Well, with this draw I would play completely different. Alright. Alright. This is interesting, man. Oh man, if I knew this would be the card, I would play completely different. Because I wanted to clear the board and I wanted to use Tinybones for it, but now I can just use Cutdown for it. They will use Rona Vortex on something, but both of those creatures are super deadly. So I think we actually just go with this. Do you think they will block this? There's no upside. There's no upside, because if they don't block, yeah, like whatever we do, it's always like they're getting their value. Oh, I have to. I actually have to do it. Alright, so we waste the weakest one. Oh, we have to target, but we don't need to use it. Alright, I don't want to exile anything. So right now they have 4 mana removal. This is not good for them. They need something better. I think they will bounce Tinybones, honestly. I think that's the play. But then the Preacher is getting value. So we have basically 2 different creatures that take over the game, and they can only remove one of them. So yeah, this will be hard. Preacher is more mana intensive, so if they bounce it, they get more tempo. But Tinybones is so deadly. They can block it with Bat, you know? Alright, that's it. They need to react. They know what's up. One of the creatures will trigger. Interesting. And they went for the bounce just for the... You can see how important the tempo is. They could just remove a creature, but that would waste them a single play less. If they go for it, they know... Well, they know we have those cards anyway. So we want to play Preacher because this forces a removal that they don't have probably. And counterspell, as you can see, is always hold hostage because we are on the play. This is extremely good, man. What the hell? Well, talk about the perfect draw. So I will make a token. I have to attack, but that's really bad, man. That's actually... They won't block, they don't need to. We have to go with Slasher and amp the tempo. It also halves the live game, but it's really bad. Man, Sheoldred, I think, took over the game. Like, we don't have removal for it right now. And we don't have enough pressure because they fought card for the whole game. So right now, like, we are not ahead on the lives total, and we kinda are forced to fight this through value. So if we go for the throat, we win the game instantly, probably. And we need to go around this counter spell, but I think we can force them. Those avarices from the start were a little bit, you know, rough. So if we cast something, they just counter spell it. We need to keep attacking with Death Touchers. Are you serious? That's from the top? Really, bro? Alright, alright, it's fine. It's fine, guys. I think we still can win this. Famous last words. Now we go with a Bat and we force Aether a counterspell, or we... To be honest, yeah, I guess it's worth to counterspell. And that's kinda it. Now they need to win with pure top deck. They cannot protect Shelly, so right now, if we hit removal, I think we'll win the game. Tinybones. Annoying, but not super strong here. Alright. They shuffle, but I like this effect so much. It's so cool, man. Alright. If we attack, they go against Tinybones, probably. Okay, guys. I think this is the play. No, 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 no. Well, I guess the perfect card... Can my perfect card for after tutoring beat their random top deck? I don't think it can. So I probably just want more cards. Oh, whoa, 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 Sheoldred is in the board. Oh my god, that was scary. With Sheoldred, that's different. So I can... Man, they can just attack with Reef and mill the card from the top. So I'm not getting it. Oh man, this is awkward. This is a very awkward situation. Let's keep attacking. And I think we'll just replay Preacher. At least we have this as advantage, but not much else, man. This Sheoldred is such a pain, bro. So we can go Avarice, but that's so bad. I think we have to keep going and kinda rely on top decks. If I will get to a situation when but I will never be ahead in lives total against this guy. Because we can try to draw card with Preacher, so we can put it on top, draw with Preacher, and then... Oh, okay, that's okay, I guess. Not much of a choice here. Man, the Sheoldred against the ward again. Again, and I'm actually... No way. No way. Do I attack with everything? Yep, because I really want them to block with a bat. So I need to pretend pressure, but they don't need to do it. Like, they can fully ignore it. So I kinda fishing for a mistake of blocking with this, because I got a card that instantly will punish it. I don't think it will work, but I will do my best. Yeah, that's the only thing they were considering. Never thinking about the bad thing. Man, it's not working this way. Oh, I can go with Mirrex, I guess, and try to go super white over time. But against Sheoldred, like 2 life gain a turn will slow the Leafars so much they will top deck something in meantime. The Reef is such a problem here. It will cost them full turn, I guess. Can I burn myself for, what is it? 3, so 6? 9. Can I go to 7? Oh my god. I have to do it, man. Maybe I should do it before then. Like, if I'm doing it now, it would be better to do it before. Yep, and... Yep. Oh my god, this hurts so much. At least we have the Sheoldred, so we actually got a game-winning cards advantage. We just need to realize it. So I need them to not have like a counter spell or something. Yep, we have to block it. Alright, let's see, what do they have? Okay, Kaito. Out of nowhere, sure. But I think it's okay, right? Oh my god. What is this game, bro? I think we can still do it because we have Go for the Throat and Edict, so they want to take cut down. It won't matter, they are fully tapped, they cannot use the Reef. I think then we kill Kaito, we'll win. I hope. I hope. We don't have too much power to get rid of the... Yep. Kaito will be a problem, I feel.
Take a break, will ya?
Alright, Kaito, chill. Please chill. Alright. Let's do it first. Now we get our Go for the Throat. They don't have artifacts really, so Edict should... Well, Edict hits Kaito, right? Alright, there are so few cards, I think this should be good enough. That's it. Oh boy, we're really fighting this. I love this game. This is so fun, man. Okay, so we could kill Kaito right now. In multiple ways. Okay, I think they will go with the Reef because they are desperate and they know they will lose the game. So I think they will try this and then... Oh, they see Edict, so they won't. Alright, scrap that, scrap that. But whatever they draw, it will be very hard to use. And stun will soon, vanish, basically. They're at 20, by the way. I would love to know what the card is. We can cast Shelly, but if that's a counter spell, we're in some serious trouble. Let's attack. They know they cannot really activate the Reef. They can go for the Fountain Port. Sure. That means they cannot counter Shelly. That's okay. Also, this is 1 damage anyway, so not the worst. And we'll start making new tokens with Preacher. Sure, and now, this is kinda weird to me because they know about Shelly and they know that we'll play it when they tap. And they're still like, go at me, bro. Okay, I will. I will. Let's see. Is that a removal in their hand? Okay, they took the damage, but that doesn't mean they don't have removal yet. We can go Avarice on the next turn, so that's a big deal. I think we should be winning this. Okay, that's not the worst. Yeah, Sheoldred is better than the Preacher. Anyway. Alright. Now we want to pressure them, like as hard as we can. Yep. So they want to trade against the tokens to lower the power. That's fine, because sure, that is all we need right now. This is so much damage so quickly. So do we go with Preacher? I think so. I think so. With Edict, we kinda hold hostage the whole board. They can do a lot of things, but each one of them costs so much mana that it excludes the other plays. So this is 4 mana. Well, Bat into Fountain Port. Alright, that kinda works. And we have to go Edict here. We name the non-token, so we hit the Bat. They cannot go around it. And they can look at the hand, but do nothing else. And with this play, I think they lost. That should be the explosion, honestly. They will try probably, but it should be out. We're also getting the value right now, so we could draw the card, but we'll draw it with Avarice anyway. Yep, correct. I should probably fish for a removal or something, draw it and kill this so we win the game. But you know, why would you try to make good plays if you can just make bad plays and win anyway? Against Sherry, I don't think they can do much here. So is that Slasher or Avarice? I think we go Avarice, because we can go both and we get such a card advantage that we went on the next turn anyway. I think Geeks command is super nice here. It's either Geeks command or just a good old removal. I will go for this. We should hit a removal anyway. Or maybe not. Alright, back to 20 nearly. And now our opponent has a single draw, and I think after opponent sees this, they will concede. Good game, my friend. That was very good. Very well played, honestly. Alright, so let's go with this one. We put this, we put this. I want to make it fast because I think the game is over and our opponent is just nice to give us the lethal. But I also don't want to, you know, risk that we will lose it. GG, thank you. And yeah, we beat top 800 Mythic with this one, as expected. Alright, we are going first, and let's sit. We have some removal. It's okay hand. I'm not sure what we're up against. Is that, you know, some aggressive deck or maybe a control? Against control, I think we will have very unfavorable matchup. And let's see. Our plan is to play Slasher and then surprise with Bloodletter for an instant heal, but it depends. If that's a control deck, it won't work. And it seems like a control deck, unfortunately, so... Oh, that's a nice one. So yeah, I think this is a bit of a problem. We basically have 3 cards. Oh, this is this new Azorius, you know, reanimator thingy. So they actually play creatures. Quite a lot of creatures. Let's go with the Slasher. Let's go with the Slasher, because we don't have the 4th mana, which is unfortunate. So let's see if they react to this, or we just continue with Preacher or Removal. This is, even alone, this is a lot of problem. Like, this is so much damage, man. So I'm not... With Sleight of Hand, it should be this, you know, Mentor, Gene, and the I think deck. This is what I expect, basically. Alright, so they're waiting. I don't remember the full deck list for this news version. I think it shouldn't have too much removal, probably into the Maw or whatever it was called, the bounce spell. I think that's the play, but let's see. They definitely have something. And we could wait, but they have so many Oh, right, that's the play, sure. So they're getting the Surveil, good for them. 2 lands, alright. So if we expect another bounce, no, they need to start playing stuff, and their stuff is Sorcerer Speed. They don't have creatures in the graveyard yet. So I think we go like this. Alright, yep, here it is, that's the I think. So now they can reanimate, so this will come into the battlefield on this turn, probably for 1 mana. Oh! Okay, so this will cast the reanimation spell, while also fueling the next turns. Good play. This is one of the top decks right now. I didn't showcase it because I think a lot of channels already showcased it, so yeah. But it's extremely strong deck right now. It was extremely strong even in the previous standard. I've been playing with this version without the eye, right? So, I think we go with this. If we can kill this... I mean, already... Man, I think I needed an upkeep stop, right? Is that at the beginning of the upkeep? Yeah, so I think you cannot go around it, really. Alright, they will manifest threat. We'll see what the other card is. So, oh, the cut down. Honestly, this is extremely good top deck. One of the best, because now we can double remove, and I wanted to remove both of those creatures. The land would be also interesting, but this doesn't hit them then. With Aclazotz. Alright, so that's a lot of damage. Next turn is milling, so let's kill this while they are tapped. Alright, I think we're in a decent spot, but we're definitely, you know, bottlenecked on mana right now. So if we don't draw mana, we cannot cast half of our hand. This turn is a bit awkward because they don't have chapter 3. However, on the next turn they will get huge burst of power. Either a full reanimation spell of, you know, Mentor, Oculus, something like this, or just get lost to get rid of the slasher. So this will be very hard for us. So if we go Bloodletter, they will just block here. But we don't have other options, so let's go. Let's go. This way at least we force a block. So it will make our next turn better. This is 1 mana. So theoretically they might have, if they got so far the Dispersal, they probably have it in the hand. So that might be a little bit awkward. And they will bounce the Slasher probably. But we need to keep playing spells. Yeah, they have it. Oh, it's just a smite. Alright, good for them, good for them. However, the important part is that we got a, you know, this big one hit. But it's not looking great, like we're kinda bottlenecked on this one. So I think, like, this scales way harder than us. We have like linear scaling and they have like geometrical scaling. So at some point they will just, you know, let's try it. But I think because of the wording at the beginning of the upkeep, you need to kill it at the end step if you want to have any chance of preventing this dread. So I don't think this will work, but we'll still test it. To be honest, if they attacked, I wouldn't risk blocking because of Elspeth Smites. Yep, it's always there. It's always there. If we can hit Geek's command, we can actually kill everything. Let's draw a card, let's see what it is. Oh man. Oh boy, this is important. So I could get Geek's command if I check the graveyard. Okay, I don't need to do it. I will just pretend that I checked both graveyards, but in reality I checked only one, mine. We don't have creatures right now because everything was exiled. We could go double Bloodletter, but this is kinda scary board. We can kill all of this. The problem is, okay, I don't think we go for it on this turn. I think it's Preacher in the Bitter Triumph. I think that's the play. And that means we need to attack here. Like, this is already 4 damage. It's a big deal for them. Alright, sure. I mean, it was worth a try. And now we go Preacher. Alright, I honestly think we go Oculus. With the Bitter Triumph. This will be a bit awkward, but yeah, because all of our creatures are 2 power, so we can put counters on one of them, so it will be a little bit awkward. We need to kill Oculus during their turn probably. But if they have Helping Hand, do they have another one? No. They'll probably go with Mentor. This will be very, very hard to win. Sure. Good for them, good for them. Very efficient tempo play. And as you can see, we're kind of fighting against tempo. We have so many cards. Like, I can pay, what, 15 mana right now, or even more. Let's see the attack. Only Oculus. Alright, so this one has Vigilance, so I think they should attack with this one as well. That's a smart one. Do I want to take 5 more damage to get a little bit better trade, potentially? All of the reanimation is sorcery speed. Alright. I think this might have been a mistake, but this is my style of playing. I prefer to take more damage to get a little bit better control over the game. Here's the Mentor. Alright, I have an idea. But this will be hard. Do I want to take 3 damage? Yep. Unfortunately, yes. Okay, they don't have anything. That was the play, because this deck aims at having, you know, all those small creatures and then having 1 blue mana to make a cantrip of some sort. So, you know, they can start making more creatures. They don't have it right now. That means we can go for this mode. If we want to save the Bloodletter, we have to go with this. What? Why is there priority right now? Please, please don't make something crazy that I never thought of. Maybe face down creature is something. Alright, we put it here. Alright. That's 8 damage, by the way. Man, that was close. I'll be honest, that game could go absolutely either way. That was a very good gameplay from both sides. They won this perfect opening with a perfect warden. I wasn't quick enough. They've seen it probably. I want to catch them so they think they will get some value from the warden. I mean, I'm killing it, you know. Like, let's be honest, it will die. It will die one way or another. Okay, and this was exactly go for the throat spot that I mentioned. Right now, this is a dead turn for us, fully. So we will have to recover from it. Our opponent is also on the play, so they have, you know, this tempo advantage. And what? Where's my stop, bro? Okay, so anyway, let's go with Preacher. By the way, if we had Slasher, and there is a chance we would win on the next turn, I guess we would have to play this before, and they probably will play some creatures, so most likely, even if they swing all as always, they would have something to block, so we wouldn't win the game. So yeah, I guess that's better then. I think we will go with Shelly. Bloodletter is better the bigger the board state. And Sheoldred is always amazing, that always takes over the game. You can always play Sheoldred, and it's probably the best play anyway. So, yep, a live gain. Well. Aggro decks, scared of even faster aggro decks, so they go live game. Man, we might be playing against current control build. Because this is aggro with live game, so it's basically a control at this point. Alright, a good try here. That will be a lot of damage. I think we still trade for it, because they don't have a way to amplify those bats for the next turn. They probably have another recruiter. If they play like this, I would expect, 2 recruiters. You know what? This has flying. And I'm getting the token anyway. Do I have time for Shelly? That's the question. I'm not drawing cards right now. Yeah, I think we go Aclazotz simply because it has flying and it can block those bats. And this can block anything on ground, so basically we get free trade here and we trade for here, but we are making new token every turn. We're also dealing pretty decent damage, so the doubling effect for damage doesn't really matter too much, but it will help at some point in the game. Like, when you get them to like 8 or something, now they need to respect your attacks, so that's a little bit different. Now, as you can see, they can fully ignore it, so for 1-2 turns it won't matter, and then it will matter a lot. Alright, so just lands that do everything. Sure. I'm not sure if it's worth the time. Yep, as expected, if they have this, that means they have another recruiter. However, we can buffer a lot of this damage thanks to our play. This is only what? 4 damage? That's not much, and I think we sweep the board and win the game right now. Is that worth a sweep already with Geek's command? You will like it. This is more damage. Okay, maybe that part wasn't the greatest, but I think... Okay, maybe that wasn't as great as it seemed. I got really excited, alright? Let's go with Bloodletter. Because with Sheoldred, that's a lethal on the next turn. Alright, our opponent needs to kill us from 0 creatures in the board, because this deals 8 and this deals remaining 2. See? I actually like this play. I think we took the right creature. And now, all we need to do is do this. Show our opponent some, domination. So they don't have the play. And they know how Bloodletter works. All in all, it was a decent game. I'm pretty happy with it. Alright, our opponent is going first and we have all of the avarices from our whole deck. Oh my god, if that's an aggro on the play with this draw, we are cooked, man. Let's take it. Let's roll the dice, because everything else we have insane value in this hand. Especially if the bat we can, you know, kinda interrupt something. If we can realize those two avarices into cards, we should be extremely in nice position. Alright, alright. Blue mana. I think this will be 3 steps ahead. Can we raise this kind of... They want to play Synthesizer on the next turn. They might play the Braided Net anyway, so I think we actually go for the Synthesizer. They need to draw white mana. This also scries, so fixes their next draw, right? Okay, they missed. And I actually need them to miss, man. I really do. Let's attack. Right, they don't have anything. We need to take this leverage, because honestly, I think their deck is a little bit stronger in the like mid and end game than ours. So we need some help, man. Let's get rid of one of the lands. We have enough. If we can go Slasher, Tinybones, it could be fast enough. Yep, they got, but the top land, man, they're on the rough side of the draw. Like, they're really on the rough side. Go, Slasher, we need you. Slasher will die. Don't get excited. It will die instantly to one of their plethora of plays. I'm not sure what they will take. Maybe the Aegis? Maybe this one, because it blocks the Tinybones, theoretically. However, if they kill Slasher, and they should, because that's a one-turn lethal, and they cannot answer the rest, you know? 2 damage only. Only 2 damage. So what is their next play? Let's think. And their next play is probably this. They have a lot of white mana, so Get Lost is on the table. They want their Synthesizer soon. Oh man, if I go Bloodletter... This is 4 damage only, that's not too much. I would love to go Avarice, but then we are losing all the tempo. I don't think it's worth it. By the way, they can get Slasher with this. They can equip and transform it. Yep, for 2 mana. Oh, they're fully reactive right now. Sure. Sure. So they will go Get Lost, and then they cannot counterspell. I mean, show me. That's 8 damage. They cannot ignore all of this. They cannot activate the Anchors as well, so they need a card. Sure. Alright, that means no counterspell, and maybe we can use some map tokens, theoretically. Oh boy, this is scary, not gonna lie. I think we go Slasher, because that's so much pressure. That means I want to check if they have something. Alright, that's okay. I think we keep Bitter Triumph, because something will be there in the battlefield on the next turn. Believe me, something will. And we have this Avarice for, you know, some cool play when we want to give up on tempo. Right now we are pushing, because we have like 2 turns ahead of them. So we need to leverage it into win. That's interesting. They didn't add anything. Mirrex is an interesting one. Mirrex is an interesting one. So if we go Bloodletter, will they go for 3 steps ahead? Probably. Probably. Sorry, bro. Oh, we can win this if we play right, I think. But we need to play it right. So I go Bloodletter, then I don't really have much. I guess I can Avarice still. Let's go. We want to keep the 2 mana for a Bitter Triumph always, so if they activate Anchorage or they go for a Fountain Port, it's not good enough. So Slasher will die. Let's see how. They cannot allow this to hit, of course, because they are dead. I wish I could do something about it. That's a good play, man. That's a cool one. Didn't think about this one. Sure, but that's still a lot of damage. This is interesting, because that means the Slasher will hit, and that's still way more damage than normally. Yep. Down to 4. Down to 4. And that should be the Avarice, so we can continue pushing them. I would love to get the Tutor, but... well, 2 swamps and a removal against empty board. Alright, alright. That was 0 cardo, basically. Man, we paid 3 mana to discard a card, basically. This was awful draw. However, at least we got rid of 3 awful future turns. Is that an... Man, we won anyway! To be absolutely fair, we won because we had this tempo advantage from him missing 1 or 2 turns, but we did a very good job at pushing instead of drawing cards earlier. Thanks to this, we were able to get this, tempo that was too much for him. Alright guys, our opponent is going first. We have some removal and some slashers. So maybe we can survive. This is interesting. Extremely bad draw. So in this matchup, probably a dead draw, unless it's Dimir tempo. Then it's extremely good draw. I think we won't have too many plays. Avarice needs to do a lot of work, I think. So let's eat the first counter spell. Oh my god, that was not a counter spell. This wants to be removed because you basically trade 2 for 1 then. So the counter spell is the only way this can, get insane value for free. And this is actually... this is insane. Man, that's insane actually. Alright, so they need to kill it again. And they probably will, and I think we will go Avarice. Even though Bloodletter seems cool, I think we really want to get the new cards, because those 2 cards are kinda useless, so it's 5 against 4. It's actually less, because we need to play the land, right? They started, we are on the draw. So, alright, they allowed us. They don't really want to... I guess we go with the Bat. That kinda forces another removal on Bat, which means that Slasher needs a new removal. Alright, let's see. They will probably kill it in response, I would guess. Yep, here we go. The cut down is unfortunate, but I mean cut down hits the Slasher, Alright. Oh boy. Well, this is something, isn't it? I cannot see the board, so I think it's push and pull. They will take... So they will sacrifice... Oh, the only basics, they cannot use Demolition Field. That means we go for push. We would. If the Bat was alive. I think it deserves an oops. I actually thought so long about it. They just top-decked it, but it's fine. We have Bitter Triumph. And honestly, I think we go with a cut down. We don't have to, but a cut down should be an absolutely dead card here. Alright. So if they don't draw something, this could be really rough for them. I will go with Bloodletter, because that forces basically 2 removal spells. Let's see if they will go with this one. I guess they will kill Slasher. So to be honest, maybe I should go Avarice to not show my hand, but if they know what the deck does... Alright, that's... Talk about the absolute perfect draw for this situation. Oh my god, perfect mana, perfect turn, and perfect sweeper. Alright, we are going the hard way. So they should go with the Slasher. Yep. And I think that they did. Well, that's a problem for sure. That is a problem. So let's go with the Preacher and see who has the better top decks. Because all of those 3 cards do not do anything right now. But Bat is okay, it's acceptable. Like, we have more than 1 play, that's the most important thing. And if we draw a land, we can even go for Geek's Command. So whatever they choose, we cast the other thing and we still get the value. Alright? Interesting one. So on the next turn, they can start going for the Graveyard creatures. Sure. I think we actually go with the Bloodletter. We want this extra damage. We need to finish the game before breaches start. And they will start very soon. Alright, Edict is nice. This will kill anything. Alright, so we have decent pressure right now. We can amplify it with Geek's Command. That's actually okay, right? So they wasted their big card as a removal instead of a resurrection spell. And this is a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, I wish we had this 5th mana. That would completely change the game. So this was a very bad draw. Now our opponent actually can try to breach on the next turn. We will kill the creatures, so that's not the end. But it will be rough. No untapped land, please. Alright, see, moment they stop top decking the perfect answers, they are out of the game. And we beat some, numbered mythics. That's a nice start. No mono red, so yeah. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed those super close games. Honestly, when you play mid-range, most of the games are on the edge of your seat. You know, it's not like Control where you know your opponent cannot do anything to you. This is always like one card away from winning or losing. However, Slasher, I think this is the card that we will be seeing a lot. This seems to be one of the strongest cards. It's very cheap, it has extremely powerful effect, and it has basically a built-in card advantage, which kinda covers all of it, right? Even if you don't go for the combo with Bloodletter, the fact that you hit with this and I think you deal like 9 or 8 damage instantly, this is crazy. Your opponent suddenly is on life support from the first hit of the game, and suddenly every Sheoldred, every Avarice, every Preacher, or even cheap damage from Bat and Tinybones, they actually start to matter, which also makes Mirrex stronger because you don't need to rely on this poison, you can just rely on damage. And especially that you have so many Bloodletters, you play 4 of them, so even if you go like Tinybones and Bat, suddenly you play Bloodletter and it's 4 damage, it might be half of your opponent's life. So this is extremely like oppressive deck that starts on turn 3 and it just goes harder. So before we go into, you know, all the interactions, because there are some few I didn't mention during the video, I want to say a huge thank you to our amazing patrons for letting us make and enjoy the content like this every single day. Thank you guys, thank you, I really hope you are enjoying the channel. And yeah, for this one of the main things that I know I will see, Avarice. This can target face for your opponent. I'm greedy person, so I never want my opponent to draw cards. Even if it kills him, I want all of them for myself. However, with the Slasher, it actually becomes way stronger than normally, because your opponent gets halved, you know, life total. Very often you hit second time of Slasher because the second one, you know, hurts less a little bit, so they are not so vigilant about it. And if your opponent is like, you know, 5, 7 life, very often this is a lethal. I never used it, I always miss it, especially with Sheoldred. This is insane damage, so feel free in the comments to point out my misplays. However, I want to point it out for you guys that Avarice is actually not only card advantage in this deck, it's very good win con that burns for last 3. Imagine this is a lightning strike basically. You can just, you know, finish your opponent with this, and I think the cool combo is like attacking them with Bat, Tinybones. Usually they will ignore it because it's just 1-2 damage, and from 5 you get them to 3, you play Avarice, they dead. That's how you often do it. That's how I probably should have done it. I don't know if it made difference, but I will know from my comments for sure. So honestly, this deck is very reliable. I have seen like huge meta stats for this one. And another cool part about this deck is that, well, here we go. That's the previous standard. Now it's the new standard. Previous, new one. So as you can see, assuming you definitely have 4 Bloodletters of Aclazotz, those are mythic rares, right? You definitely tried those shenanigans with the instant kill combo. So then you only need to craft 4 slashers, and honestly I think this will be the card that we will see in future, so it's probably something you want to craft anyway. This is extremely strong card. With Death Touch it can trade against everything, so that means it's always relevant, like card for card, and the fact that when it dies it comes back, it means that it's also a card advantage. So I think you can make a lot of interesting decks with this one, and we'll continue to do so. So yeah, I think that's enough. I don't want to make those outros too long, but we kinda covered everything, and I hope you enjoyed the video. That's always something on my mind. So yeah, that's kinda it. See you guys tomorrow.